This video clarifies the assignments for the week of April 6th for class periods 3 and 7 with Ms. Hightower and Ms. Melendez. Your daily do now is to respond to the daily check-ins posted by Ms. Melendez. Your lesson focus this week is to read or watch Act 1 of Romeo and Juliet. If you have not done so already, be sure you download the text from the EDSB library. If you wish to view Romeo and Juliet Act 1 this week, tune in Wednesday for the live streaming session through Zoom. Zoom passwords will be sent through EDSB the day of the viewing. For the viewing or reading Act 1, you must write at least a 250-word response. Make sure you title your paper the title of the assignment, Romeo and Juliet Act 1 Response. Italicize the title of the play. Include your heading in the upper right, name, class period, date. When you type, you must use Times New Roman, size 12, double space. This is not an option. When you save your work, save it as .pdf or .docx. No other attachment will work. Resubmit penalties begin this week, meaning if you fail to follow any of the directions, your work will be returned to you. The highest you will be able to receive is a 70. Citing the text. In this week's assignment, you must cite the text in your response. To do so, you have to follow the MLA model for college. To do that, you include the author's name, you include the act number, the scene number, and the line numbers. So if you see right here, this is Act 1, Scene 4, lines 110 through 115. So we have Shakespeare, Act 1, Scene 4, lines 110 to 115. Okay? In your response, you cannot use any more than 15 words as far as you're citing the text. We want the majority of the response to be your words, not the text. So, anytime you cite evidence, it cannot be any more than 15 words. If you need to use the ellipsis, which is the ... it looks like this, you may do that to omit words in your textual reference. Again, this just shows you how to cite a play. The author's name, Shakespeare. This is the act number, dot, scene number, dot, line number. And the line numbers are located in the left margin of the text that we have uploaded in EDSB. For this assignment, to receive an 80, it has to be at least 250 words. It can go all the way up to 450 if you want to receive up to 100 points. Paragraph 1. Paragraph means to indent, so be sure you indent your paragraphs. Who is the most important minor character? We know it's about Romeo and Juliet, so your answer will not be Romeo or Juliet. Who else was mentioned in Act 1 that you feel is the most important minor character? A minor character is a character in the play who does not receive as much spotlight, like the play is not about them. So who do you believe is the most important minor character? If you mention Romeo or Juliet, your work will be returned to you as they are major characters. Okay, here's a way you can structure. Blank is the most important minor character because, and then you answer the question. Cite evidence from Act 1 only, to defend your position. And every time you cite evidence, this is how you let Ms. Hightower, Ms. Melendez know where you retrieved the work. Author's name, act, scene, line numbers. Remember, use no more than 15 words for your evidence. You may use the ellipsis, ... to omit words. Paragraph 2. Paragraph means to indent. Indent your paragraph. Discuss what you believe is the most important scene and why. Blank is the most important scene in Act 1, only from Act 1, because you assert why, and then you offer evidence from the scene to defend it. Now, this is not about you copying scenes to take up your word count. Your scenes should not be more than 75 to 100 words. Tell what happened in the scene, but if you have written a majority of the text to tell what happens, you've exceeded your count. So make sure you do not use all of your word count to tell what happens. Your work will be returned. Remember to cite evidence, author's name, Shakespeare, act number, scene number, line numbers. No more than 15 words to reference the text. Use the ellipses if you want to omit words. Paragraph 3. Remember, a paragraph is indented. Indent your paragraph. One word. What do you believe is the most important word in Act 1 and why? Blank is the most important word because, and then you explain why. Cite evidence from Act 1 to defend your position. Okay? Remember, author's name, act, scene, line numbers. If you do not follow this format, it will be returned. And as you see, I have the evidence highlighted in each of these. You need to highlight the reference. Don't highlight the evidence, just what you put in parentheses here, the citation. Homework, we read 7 pages each day, no days off. This week, you should be between 154 to 175 of your March book. Next week, your reading project is due. More information is set to come out this week. I'll do another video to explain your project. This is day 22 through 25. There's no school Friday. However, we don't take any days off. If you take a day off, be sure you spend time to catch up so that you can stay current with the page numbers. Send a message to Ms. Melendez or Ms. Hightower if you have any questions about the work completed to be completed this week.